Yo, what's good, YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoop, back with the BRL. We have Season 3, Week number 7, and we're facing off against Drakenheart 666. So, this guy seems like a very chill guy. I like his personality a lot, but we are our opponents, so we do have to face off here. He's got a very unorthodox but potent squad, if you check it out. He's got the Amoongus, Rotom Heat, what's his name? The Cyclops name. Dusclops, of course. Dusclops, which is, it's not like, how can I word this? It's not like super good, but it's like super annoying, if that makes sense. It's got weird sets and weird moves, and it's just an overall weird Pokemon, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. Anyways, he's got Greninja, Mamoswine, and the, are you kidding me? The Togekiss. I thought I forgot his name too. I was going to say it's just unreal. So he brings all of those. He's only got one potential Stealth Rocker and only 2 ways to remove hazards in this matchup, and that's with his defog user. So if he removes said hazards, my hazards, he also removes his own, which is good for me, right? Definitely good for me. I've brought Mega Lopunny to this squad, Garchomp, Milotic, Ferrothorn, Mandibuzz, Rotom Ghost to the match. I felt like I had to bring Rotom Ghost, or I was really like susceptible to things, not things, but specifically Togekiss was a huge issue for me. Just super annoying that like air slash flinches. I think I was gonna say air flash spinches. Either way, I brought Rotom Ghost specifically for that reason. I didn't want to be, what's the word? I didn't want to be flinched down or anything like that. Didn't want to deal with that garbage. And I felt like Milotic and Ferrothorn, despite having great Spadef options, just they weren't going to be able to break through the pair of flinches. If he decides to even bring something like that, he couldn't even bring. There's possibility that he doesn't bring that. However, Life Orb Mamoswine is an issue. Banded or Choice Scarf Mamoswine could be an issue. I believe Choice Scarf Greninja is the most likely Choice Scarf user, as it would outpace my entire squad, which is pretty nice for him, including all of my Choice Scarf users, I believe. Like I said, Dusclops can be very annoying. Rotom Heat could be a number of sets. Could be offensive, could be defensive, could be hazard support or hazard control, excuse me. Amoongus is, it's one of those Pokemon that, like I said about Dusclops, it's not that great when you look at it. It doesn't seem that threatening, but it's just so annoying with its, typing and ability and moveset and, I said ability, but more specifically Regenerator and Spore can be very annoying. So, that being said, like I said, he's only got one potential Stealth Rocker, so Mamoswine is like a pretty obvious lead. But we'll see if he does decide to lead with that, as I can just click Fake Out with Mega Lopunny. Speaking of Mega Lopunny, I didn't go over my squad. I've got a Fake Out, 3 attacks Mega Lopunny with Return, Drain Punch, and Quick Attack. Dual priority is really nice to actually outpace things like Choice Scarf Togekiss or Choice Scarf Greninja. Even Mamoswine could be an issue. We've got a Rocky MZ Swords Dance Garchomp, Jolly Nature, enough speed to outpace everything, I believe, up to Rotom Heat at least. And like I said, Stone Edge for the Togekiss with the Rocky MZ that gives us Continental Crush, and at +2 should be able to knock out the Togekiss unless he is like the Charty Berry or, like I said, Choice Scarf. We've got Milotic with a Flame Orb, max HP, max defense, takes on Mamoswine to the best of her ability with a Bold Nature, Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, and Recover. Toxic is there for the Togekiss. The Dusclops, really nice for that. Ice Beam is there for the Amoonguss, of course. We also have Ferrothorn with an Occaberry to take a hit from Greninja. Greninja could be an issue. Ferrothorn can also, it is my Stealth Rock user, so if he brings in Rotom, I could potentially stay in to double Stealth Rock, predicting him to defog, and force him to overheat, thinking that I would try to spam rocks. I have Power Whip, Toxic, and Leech Seed. Leech Seed gives me nice recovery versus his more passive ones like Dusclops. Toxic is really nice versus everyone on the squad outside of Amoonguss. And Power Whip blows through what I need it to. Of course, I don't have a way to super effectively hit the Togekiss, but Leech Seed and Toxic should do the damage and get the job done. Next up, we've got a Spadef Mandibuzz with leftovers, max HP, and a little bit of defense investment and a little bit of speed investment. Careful Nature with Knockoff, Brave Bird, Taunt, and Roost. Pretty good set versus this squad. Gets rid of items, really nice there, and taunting things like Togekiss, Dusclops, and the Amoonguss could be really, really helpful. Last but not least, we've got Rotom Ghost with the Choice Scarf. Timid nature, enough speed to outpace his entire squad outside of his potential Choice Scarf users with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Disarming Voice. So I think my opponent had either Hydreigon or Como-O. Otherwise, I don't know why I'm running what was that move? Disarming Voice? Why am I running that? Anyways, I lead off with Mega Lopunny to prevent his Mamoswine from getting up rocks. He actually does have the Como-O. He actually has Mega Alakazam as well, which is another reason for Fake Out and Quick Attack. Just gives us the most out of Mega Lopunny that way. So we can just click Fake Out here, as he does switch out into Dusclops. So he has a designated switch in here, not too big of an issue. I do get to gauge the damage, does about 30%, and I can switch out here into my Milotic and throw off a Toxic. Unfortunately, my opponent actually throws off a Toxic himself and is able to poison my Milotic. I do hard switch out, as he hard switches out as well. Predicting his Amoonguss, I go into my Mandibuzz and I just click Knockoff, expecting him to switch, as he does switch into the Rotom. Doubles out into his Togekiss on my Mandibuzz though, so some really good plays there, and puts himself in an advantageous position here, as not only does he have Togekiss in, which can nasty plot, but I am poisoned, and he can also just flinch me down. So I stay in here to try to poison him, but he does get the first turn flinch. A little bit unfortunate for me. I hard switch out into Rotom here, as he goes for the Air Slash again. Does a decent bit of damage there. Expecting him to switch out, I go into my Ferrothorn, and I do catch him on the switch, which is really nice for me. Unfortunately, he reveals Hidden Power, so that's not like the best for me, but it's not the worst for me at all either, because it just pops my Occaberry, and I didn't like necessarily need it outside of potentially Greninja and Rotom, which I feel like the rest of my team deals with pretty comfortably here at this point. So, getting back into the match here. Speaking of Rotom, I force him to take Stealth Rocks here. And as he goes into Rotom, I'm able to get in my Garchomp and go for the Stone Edge, knock out the Rotom as he doesn't reveal Choice Scarf or anything like that. And expecting the Ice Shard, I hard switch out into my Milotic, but he just gets rocks up with his Mamoswine. A little bit unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world, as I can get rid of his rocks and get my rocks back up. So that's always a potential. However, best case scenario for me here is to just roost up, get my health back, be in a pretty good position. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to flinch my Milotic down, so a moment of silence for that. But a moment of praise as he goes for the Wish, and I'm able to land the Toxic there. That was really, really good for me. Unfortunately, he reveals the Heal Bell. Thankfully, though, I am able to get in my Rotom once again. I go for the Thunderbolt, expecting anything except the Mamoswine, as I had already revealed to double earlier. He does go for the Giga Drain as I switch out to my Ferrothorn, so pretty fair play there. That was hard to say for some reason. Pretty fair play there. Anyways, I get back in my Mandibuzz as he goes for the Hidden Power Fire. and I start spamming Brave Bird. Brave Bird. Brave Bird. He is faster than me. Unfortunately, I did only have 8 EVs in speed. In case he didn't have any, I would have outpaced him, but apparently he does have speed investment. I just sack off my Milotic there, no reason to really keep it. He's revealed his whole set, I believe, now, and I can just go into Garchomp, comfortably tank 2 Air Slashes, and get off a Continental Crush here. Unfortunately, he reveals the Charty Berry, and he's able to flinch me down once again. Well, not flinch me, but air slash me down once again. Get a little bit of decent damage on me there. However, I do land the Stone Edge. Thank goodness. That was risky, but it was the only way I had to, damage him. He brings in his Mamoswine to 2-hit KO me, or excuse me, to revenge kill the Garchomp. But I switch out into Rotom, and he is able to 2-hit KO me with just Ice Shard. So he didn't have to risk, going for knockoff or earthquake or anything like that, and me hitting him with a Shadow Ball. However, I am able to bring in Mega Lopunny here and just start, click and return once again. I get a nice 30% off here. It's consistently did 30%, but I didn't want to get a low row and him potentially get a pain split off. So I go out into Garchomp, get a little bit of damage off to put him in range of Mega Lopunny, but he actually goes for the Seismic Toss, meaning Mega Lopunny doesn't get a knockout here, but, it can still come in and apply pressure on the rest of my opponent's squad. So he goes out into his Greninja. I'm just going to click Fake Out and then Hard Switch out. I don't need to risk anything here. He could be Scarf, he could be Chople, but I guess Return knocked out at that range anyway. However, rocks are still up on both sides of the field. I can remove them from my side of the field and his side of the field. So I go into Mandibuzz, thinking about potentially defogging. I'm going to Roost up first. Obviously, going for Sludge Bomb, he could definitely get a Poison, which could be problematic for me. So I don't want to risk that. I just want to go straight for the Brave Birds. Brave Bird, Brave Bird, Brave Bird. The bravest of birds, for sure. However, he goes for the Sludge Bomb here, and he gets the Poison. And that's actually really, really, really bad for me. And the reason that's so bad is because I can't Brave Bird now. If I Brave Bird and my opponent switches out, the combination of Brave Bird recoil plus poison damage will knock me out. And if Mandibuzz drops, Amoonguss wins. If Amoonguss wins, I lose. So I can't have that. I can't be going for Brave Bird here on the off chance that he switches out. My best play is to Roost. So I Roost up. He goes for the Sludge Bomb again. My best play is probably to Roost again. But at this range, I could probably Roost up once more, or go for the Brave Bird there, especially since he's revealed that he's just adamant on just staying in and clicking Sludge Bomb. But too risky. I Roost once more, then Brave Bird. I get the knockout on Amoonguss, and now it looks like Mega Lopunny can clean up. It really does. He brings in his Mamoswine. Swine's able to pick up the knockout here with the Life Orb Icicle Crash. I bring in Mega Lopunny. It's likely he goes for the Ice Shard. So what I'm going to do is click Fake Out. Oh no, I go straight for the Drain Punch. I guess even an Ice Shard crit wouldn't knock me out there. So just clicking Drain Punch was best case, as he was at roughly half. And I would have got, some of my HP back anyway. But I do get some HP back from the Greninja, as I do knock him out with the Drain Punch. And he should not be able to do any kind of damage with Ice Shard. And I'm able to knock out the Mamoswine as well, picking up a nice 2-0 victory in our third match of the BRL. So yeah, on a 3-game win streak since we've picked up the team, we are now sitting at 5-2, I think. Yeah, 5-2. Started out at 2-2, now at 5-2. So yeah, that's pretty good for us. I think we moved up, or at least solidified a playoff position with 5 wins. Don't know what seed yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the prep and the plays on both sides of the field. Let me know what you guys think about the battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.